Hello everyone, my name is Gordon and we are here with One Maniac Reviews, and today we are talking about Justice League. Now, as everybody knows, this is the Justice League with Ben Affleck as Batman, Harvey Keitel as Superman, Amy Adams as Lois Lane, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ezra Miller as The Flash. We've got Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ray Fisher as Cyborg, Jeremy Irons as Alfred, and let's not forget J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. Now, I am mentioning J.K. Simmons because he did such a great job in this movie. The acting in this movie was incredible. It was so much better than what we've seen in the past. It was much better than what we got in Man of Steel. 100 times better than what we got in Batman vs. Superman. And the only thing that was somewhat on par with this was Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman has some parts of it that are better than what this is, and Wonder Woman has some parts that were worse. Now, this movie has some good, and it has some bad. Like all movies do. Just the way it is. Now, in regular fashion, let's start off with the good. The good was the acting. I enjoyed the way that the characters in this were written. I enjoyed the directing within this. Now, the thing is you can really tell when the two directors kind of went back and forth. As we all know, unfortunately, Zack Snyder lost his daughter and had to step down as director of the movie, and DC brought Joss Whedon in, and Joss Whedon did some heavy reshoots within the movie. So you can really tell what is Joss Whedon's parts and what is Zack Snyder's parts. Now, the storyline to it is actually quite good. The action within it was quite good. I did not like the look of Cyborg. I kind of felt that with the level of CG that we have, he looked a little low rent. It almost looked as though he was created from the Nintendo 64. But even still, Ray Fisher did a great job as him. When everything was coming to fruition within it, the way that we are introduced to everyone, from the moment that Gal Gadot busts down that door, she is very direct. Most superheroes do those poses and they're like, if you don't stop now, I'm going to have to beat you. She comes through that door and kicks everybody's ass. And for that being one of the two opening fight scenes, the fight scenes within this, even the last 15 minutes CGI fest that it was, is all still very good. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my God, Gordon, you're singing the praises of this movie. What was wrong with it? Okay. So, unfortunately, as well as Ezra Miller did on The Flash, I had my problems with the character. He didn't feel too Barry Allen-y. He felt a little off. I used the line that he felt a little autistic within the movie, but that's just the way that I perceived it. He seemed a little out of step with everything, and it was a little off-putting. The pacing in the movie switches from incredibly fast to dark and brooding. The only problem with it is you have to look at the original Justice League comic books. You have to look at the original Justice League cartoon show. And another thing that I love about this movie is if you listen to the musical scores, you get the original 1980 Batman score in there. You get the original Batman the Animated Series score in there. You get the old Superman 1970s movie scores in there. And they have all of these nice Easter eggs and throwbacks to the previous generations of these characters. And I loved that. My only problem with it is as I was saying, when it comes to Batman, 4 times within the movie, everybody's like, what are your powers? Well, you have no powers. And you, after a while, you're kind of like, what is Batman doing? Because it always seems like they're coming to Batman's rescue. They are trying to help and save him. So in the original comic books and even in the original animated series, everybody that was like, well, what's Batman's superpowers? Batman's always like, okay, you go in ahead of me, just wait and see. In this one, Ben Affleck, as well as he plays the character, his Batman seems a little lacking. There is the opening fight scene with Batman that is incredible and then kind of just trails off from there. But we're at a Batman that's already been doing it for 20 years, so he's a little bit older. So he's kind of like the old grandpa that everybody kind of has to save. Now, Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa, oh my God, was he good. I was not expecting to enjoy him as much as I did, because in all of the trailers for it, he kind of seemed like that football jockey guy. And for him to be as funny and as direct and as wonderful as he was in this movie really shined a light on it. And it elevated the movie. Now, I know you guys are wondering, okay, Gordon, you've been talking for 7 minutes about this movie. What's your score? It's good. It is good. Has its problems. But compared to what DC created in the past, it is good. Do I recommend this movie? I would recommend it. If you're dying to see it, I would put it as a high matinee. I would say go to the afternoon show. I would say go on a Tuesday night. But just the little problems that I had with it, Steppenwolf isn't that powerful of a villain, so it doesn't really feel like they all need to come together to beat him. We've seen them on their own beat better opponents than what Steppenwolf is. So I felt that Steppenwolf could have been a single movie villain. So he could have been Wonder Woman's enemy. He could have been a standalone Batman villain. He actually probably could have done the Man of Steel movie and made it a lot better. But still, I enjoyed my time. I didn't hate the movie. I expected to hate the movie. So it's a good movie. If you really want to go see it as a matinee. Or if you can't go see it as a matinee, you're not going to hate yourself for paying full price for it. Alrighty guys, so that's it for me. I will be back with my Orville review. And I'm going to go ahead and cue that music.